Hello boys and girls, welcome back to Fog's World. Welcome back. Today we're going to continue working on our secret laboratory. That's right, what we're going to do today is we're going to build us some potion brewing machines. So let me go ahead and get some materials. I have some stuff stowed in this chest. We're going to need some hoppers and some droppers. And let's see, let's start with some dirt. And as long as I'm making them, I don't think I need these, but we'll get them anyway, just because. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's get busy. We're going to start back here, and give me a second. All right. Okay, I think I'm finally ready to start here. So this is where we start. We start right here. You know, I'm only going to build one of these. We'll build this one. Oop, get back here. Get back here. Put my fingers on the home keys, please. Let's see. Don't need that. Don't need that or that. Let's get... I think I wanted to do... Do I want to do dark at the bottom or dark at the top? I think I was going to do dark at the top. So we're going to put that down there. And... I need some regular building material. I need some of that. I need some droppers and some slabs. And oh, you know what I'm missing? Oh my gosh. I'll be right back, guys. Oh, and I'm also building in the wrong spot. Oh my goodness. I wanted to build that one first. I'm missing some stands. So let's go back. Let's go back and get some stands. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back and I have some brewing stands. Holy cow, what was I thinking? Of course I need brewing stands. Alright, so you put two of these here and then you put the brewing stand on the top. And just like that. Now the way this is going to work is we're going to figure out a way. Well, I already know a way. We're going to put... we're going to do a thing with the thing like this. So this is going to feed water bottles in there. So let's get my chests. Boop. Right there. Is that right? No, I want to put this on the wrong side. Let's put it on the correct side. I want you over here. There we go. I thought I was missing some symmetry there. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, so the way this works is we load this up with bottles eventually. And the bottles feed into there, which again, I've messed up. Alright, we will get this to work. The bottles go into that, of course. Boom. So the bottles are going to be fed into there. And what we're going to do is we're going to lock this chest, or lock this hopper down here, so that it won't let items through until we want it to. So right like that, that locks this hopper right here, this one. So like if I were to put a water bottle in there, give me one of you. You can see if I put a water bottle in here, then see, he doesn't drain. Excuse me. So this guy's gonna this guy will fill up with water bottles, and this will keep it from draining until we're ready. When we're ready, we'll power this block, which will turn that torch off and allow the water bottles to drain down below. Okay, just like that. So let's put the water bottle back. Now, the other thing that we need is we need a way to get items into here, and what we're going to do for that is we're going to put some hoppers right here and build them up. But first, what I want to do is I want to start doing a little bit of decoration down here while I am in the neighborhood. And this is what we need the stairs for. We need the stairs so that we can, no, not like that. There, let's just get rid of this for a minute. We need the stairs so that we can cover this chest and still open it. Like that. Man, I am fumbling about today. It would help if I put that in my normal place. I'm too used to reaching over and hitting the 3 key to select that. Okay, so there you go. There's the first little level there. And now we're going to build up here with our next colored wood, like this. Just like that. And then the next one goes here, like this. Whoops, I missed one, didn't I? That needs to go there. I want to still be able to see through there. And then we need to put an upside down stair there as well. Just like that. And I'm thinking I'm missing something here. I think, unless I'm mistaken, that needs to... Oh, nope, not you. You go there. Right. And we need some droppers, and you're going... So this is going to support 4 of these guys. Just like that. Boom, boom, boom. And we got to get up on top of that as well. There we go. Right. So these droppers all face into these hoppers, so they're going to eject our material into the hoppers, which is going to feed down into the brewing stand, just like that. And now what we need is we need to be able to power all of these guys. So, actually, I think it goes on the other side, doesn't it? Let's go over here. This guy needs to go, let's see, we put a guy there. And a guy goes right, let's see. 1 second, let me check my plan. Right. So we need you. You go there. And we put a little bit of you there. And then, so there's a dot of redstone up there. You can't see it, but it's there. There. See it? There it is. Okay, and we're going to put him behind there just to complete the look. And likewise, we're going to put him right there. Now, we need to power this block. If this block gets powered, then this block will get powered as well, as will the one below. And we do it with a redstone repeater, right? Like that. So this block gets powered. That powers the redstone up there, powers the redstone beneath, which powers the block that the redstone is on. And that way we can get power to all of our dispensers. So let's go ahead and put something in each of these dispensers so we can check it out. So there we go. We got 4 items, 1 in each dispenser. Now if I put a redstone torch right there, I should be able to power these guys. Just like, actually, I don't want this guy here because he is on top of the torch, which means he would be locking that, and I don't want that. Okay, so we should be good to test this right there. And that should have ejected all 4 items right in there, and we only got 3. So this is a little annoying. Which one didn't fire? That one didn't fire. Why didn't you fire? That doesn't make any sense at all. Everything else fires but that one. So I have noticed this. I have noticed this with working with droppers before. When you stack droppers, sometimes you get things out of them and sometimes you don't. And it is really unclear to me when you will and when you won't. But it is a problem. So let's try this again. Whoop. All right, they should all eject. So I've built this many times in my test world, and sometimes they'll all fire, and sometimes they will not all fire. And I gotta tell you, it is never obvious to me when they're gonna all fire and when they're not. Oh, that time, that time they did, didn't they? That time they did all fire. Okay. All right, let's try it again. No, maybe they didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's try it again. So this part of the testing is pretty important because if I don't get this to work correctly, then nothing else will. And I need to make sure that it all works. Otherwise, I'll have to rebuild it. I found that if it doesn't work in one configuration, if you build it in the mirror configuration, it tends to work. Okay, so this one is not going to work. So we're going to have to rebuild this in the mirror configuration. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and do that. That is a bit disappointing, but not entirely unexpected. There. Okay, so let's try this one more time. And let's see what happens if I power this guy. Which means I'm going to need you for now. Alright, now hopefully they all went down. They did. They all went down. Okay. That is what we want. And it's really important that these come out in the correct order. So that's why we're double checking everything right now. It's really important they come out in the correct order because we need to make sure they get fed into the brewing stand in the right order. Otherwise, the machine won't work. So let's check again. And they're all there. And they're in the right order. Good. Okay, awesome. That's what I wanted to see. Whoops. Get back. And then to fill that little hole, we're going to do that. So I can still see back in there. I can see the brewing stand, but the rest is pretty well obscured. All right, that should be good. All right, now comes the tricky part. Now we have to do all the wiring. So let's come back here and let's wire it up, shall we? And I will show you how all this is to be done. So there's a couple of things that need to happen. What we have here will almost work as it is, but we've got to hook it up in such a way that those guys eject at the proper time. which is whenever new water bottles are put in here. And they need to stay there until the brewing process is complete. So what we need to do is do a little bit of magic here. The other thing that I want to do, the other part of this, is that I want to be able to detect when I'm out of certain materials, when I'm out of brewing materials, so that I don't continue producing, so I don't continue running the machine so long as there are no water bottles. Okay, when I run out of water bottles, I want the process to stop. So that's what this is doing right here. This right there, this comparator is going to power a torch here whenever this guy right here is empty. So whenever that hopper has no bottles in it, then this torch will turn on. So let me take a quick look at my notes, figure out how this is all to be laid out, and then we will talk. All right, I'm back. I've taken a look at my notes, and I think I remember how to do this. So this torch comes off to the side like that and comes under him, right? And then he comes back one like this. And then we have some power coming there. We get a slab off of here and off of there. And this guy, I think if I'm not mistaken, he comes off right here like this. Just like that. And there's a torch that goes right there. So the way this works is when there are no bottles in that hopper, the torch below here will be on, and that holds this line powered so that this line can't be turned off. And as long as this line can't be turned off, no more items will be ejected. And since this torch can't be turned on, any water bottles that are left down in there won't be able to drain because the hopper beneath it will be locked. And that's what we want. Now, underneath here, we just do this. And this becomes the power for the whole thing right there. So let me quick demonstrate this. Let's get a couple of water bottles here. Well, how do I do this? How do I do this with what I have? I don't have enough materials to brew anything yet. But, yeah, whatever. We'll pretend. We will pretend. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So if I put water bottles in there, they will drain down into here. Eventually, maybe. Oh yeah, there they are. So you can see they drained all the way into there, which is what we want. Now, because there are still no bottles in there, we can't turn the machine on, right? So let's see. I need a lever. Do I have a lever? I don't think I have a lever. Do I? Well, I guess. Oh, I've got a button. That'll do. A button will do just fine. Don't need a lever if I've got a button. So that right there. You can see how if I power this, those bottles won't drain, and they won't drain because there's nothing in that to allow them to drain. But if I have another bottle in there, because there's another bottle in there waiting to be brewed, then when these guys are done and this gets powered, they'll drain out, and then the other bottle will come in, and those guys will all fire, which was the tick you just heard, which will load this up with all our brewing ingredients in the correct order. And then it will brew, And then when the time comes, this will fire again, and this will be stuck there because there's nothing in there to let it drain, which is fine. That's what we want. We want whatever was brewed last to stay there, and anything that's ejected will drain below. So it should have drained. I don't think it's on long enough. Yeah. Anyway, this button doesn't leave it on quite long enough for it to drain all the bottles. But you get the idea. So anyway, that is one brewing station done. And now we just have to build a bunch more. But before we do, I want to go ahead and build the mechanism that times all of this so that it works correctly. So that is what we're going to build right here. So this right here is going to be the important little bit. This is going to be the corner that powers everything else. So what we need to do is build a little timer. Oops, hold on. I don't want a redstone repeater. I wanted... No, I'm good. I'm good. Open this up a little bit. We need comparator. Comparators here. So this guy goes here. And we do a little loop like this. Although I think I'm down one too low, aren't I? Yeah, I was right. I want to build this up one higher. And I've got to do one more thing before I do that. So you go up one higher. And then we go to the U, and then we build a little bit of this action right around here like this. Let's open it up a little more like this. Okay, we need a repeater right here set to 4 ticks, I believe. Yeah. And a comparator here. And a comparator here. This creates a pulse extender, and that'll make more sense in just a minute. All right, take it back. This needs to be 1 tick. This is the one that needs to be 4 ticks. Right there. And then we just come back here. We're going to build a little hopper clock back here. So... right in here, we're going to build a little hopper clock. And one of the nice things about this design that I'm building is there are no pistons at all in this design. Which means that it will run perfectly silently. Which, I don't know about you guys, but I consider that to be quite the plus. Is that right? Is that where that goes? There. And then... you're coming back down there, right? Yeah, I don't need you. So we need a couple of hoppers like this. A couple of hoppers facing into each other. We need some cobblestone. I did something wrong here. What did I do? Oh, I put these in the wrong spot. That's what I did. These hoppers go over one, like that. There we go. That's correct. And then you go up over the top like that. Right? Yes, that's correct. Put a torch there, and you come all the way over here. And we need to coat this with redstone. Like that. Put some redstone here. And you. Okay, that's our timing circuit. So the other thing we need to do is we need to put a couple of stacks of junk in here. And I'm gonna use, what do I have handy? I don't have anything handy. Do I? I don't want to use those. Those are too expensive. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Now we just need 2 stacks of some material in there, and that starts the whole thing working. And this guy will very silently just oscillate back and forth, and every little while it will emit a pulse out of here. This becomes a pulse extender that lengthens the pulse just the right amount, so that what we get out of here, man, I should have built that back a little bit, shouldn't I? Ah, this works. This works. We can do it this way. What we get out of here will be a pulse of just the right length. And then we can just take that pulse and route it all the way back to here. So let's go ahead and do that. And actually, this should do the trick right through there. Let's do it this way. Is that going to work? Yeah. I want to make sure I don't put my redstone directly on natural blocks, otherwise I might find that I accidentally destroy it. So right there. So every so often this guy's going to emit a pulse, which will power that block, which will, assuming there are things to be brewed, it will trigger the brewing stand. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Make sure it's actually oscillating. Yeah, you can see it's counting down right now. When this thing starts to get low, then I'll move so that we can see the rest of the operation in progress. Alright, so when this guy drains completely, this torch is going to flash. And this repeater right here will extend that flash just long enough that it goes through the whole system here. So let's watch this. It should do it in a minute. And we can even see that guy out in the background there. Yep, here we go. See, he turns on, and then he turns off, and then the brewing cycle begins again. That's all there is to it. Now, the cool thing about this is that this one timing circuit will be enough to power all 6 brewing stations. So while it's not the most compact of all brewing systems, it's not too bad. You know, this doesn't take up too much space, and I've got plenty of space for it. So we get this little deal right here, and this one little engine powers the whole thing. Pretty nifty, huh? All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and build the rest of these off camera, and then we'll decide what things we want to go in which station. And I will be right back. Ho, 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 it's done, it's done, it's done. Okay, a couple of things. Obviously, I've moved the water over to there. This is the old floating ice block trick. Put an ice block there, melt it with a torch, and then you get a nice little floating block of water. Just be careful not to update near it. One thing that I discovered while I was building this thing was I could get these things to reliably work if I moved these blocks down one. So let me show you how this works. Come back here. You can see, well, maybe you can see if we can get up there. Let's go up here. So this guy powers that block. And then there's dust on the block below, dust on the block above. This dust is powering this dispenser directly, which also powers that one. And this seems to work reliably. Every single time it'll fire all 4. So, yeah, dispensers are kind of buggy. Or I guess they're droppers, not dispensers. But either way, same difference. They are more than a little bit buggy. So I've put in some ladders to make it easier to reach the guys up at the top, and I've got a bunch of little chests in the corner with stuff that we can use to get going. So let's go ahead and put in some nether wart. I've got enough to do 3 nether wart in each of these. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Bear in mind that each nether wart will do 3 potions. So you don't really need a ton of it. This is way more than I'll probably ever need. But, you know, why go small, right? Why go small? And I will probably leave these two chests in the corner just because they provide a handy place to put reagents. Obviously, I will not be able to I'll not be able to make every single potion in the game from this all at once. I mean, all the time. I'll have to swap things in and out if I want to change potions. But I think we're good for starters. So let's go ahead and do something in this one. Let's do a splash potion of health. I need, let's see, oops, my reagents over here. I want some glycerine melon and some glowstone and some gunpowder. So we'll go over here. I want, let's see, glowstone, gunpowder, blah, 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 blah. We will put the melon here. And we will put the glowstone here. And we will put the powder up here. And now all we need to do is put some bottles in this thing and it should go. So let's go ahead and let's grab a pile of bottles. I want to get rid of some of these. Let's pop you in here. There we go. And let's just grab, well, for starters, let's just do 9. So there we have 9. Pop them in here, and we can see if this thing is working. So that'll immediately load. And these first 3 bottles are going to get put through without any brewing. So let's see, where are we at here? Let's see how long before that thing's going to fire. The one downside to this system is you do have to wait for it. We don't have to wait long. Okay, only about 30 seconds or so. Yeah, waiting for it, kind of a pain. But that's okay. It's okay. So, gunpowder, blah, 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 blah. This thing should fire soon. There it goes. It fired. We're going to get 3 water bottles here when we first run it. After that, whatever we last brewed is just going to get stuck there. And that's okay. So let's go back here, make sure this is working. There's our nether wart. There are the rest of our reagents. And in a little bit, we should get stuff going. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll wait for that first brew. And while we're doing that, let's do another one. Let's see, what do we want to do in the next one? Let's do a harm potion. That's a good one for the mob grinders, right? So let's see, where are my stuff? I want some glycerine melon. I want some fermented spider eye, and we want a splash potion because we want to use it in our handy dandy friendly neighborhood mob grinder, right? So let's see, you go there, and you go there, and you go there. Perfect. And let's get another 9 bottles, because 9 seems to be a good starting place. And while we're sitting here, let me clear this out, because that chest was only meant to be temporary anyway, as is this one for that matter. So okay, that's going. Let's see, what else do we want? How about swift potion? Let's see, let's get some sugar and some glowstone. Let's see, I got some glowstone here. Do I want this to be... Yeah, we'll do this as a splash potion as well so I can use it on the horses. So we got sugar, glowstone, gunpowder. So this is going to be a splash potion of swiftness. So we'll come up here. Sugar. And glowstone. And powder. It's a little difficult to reach around these things, but it's not too bad. And let's get another 9 bottles to get this thing going. We'll add more water later, but For now, that's enough. Let's see, we should have some bottles here. We can put it back up here. And look at that, we got our first splash potions of healing. Let's go ahead and put him right here. No. Not quite what I had in mind. There we go, that's better. Potion room complete, guys. I'm so excited with this. This is great. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I really am. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and add some more bottles to this and brew a bunch more stuff. But that's all I've got for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I know I had a lot of fun making this one. And so give me a like, give me a subscription. Tell your friends and tell your enemies to come and watch Fog's World. And I will talk to you all again next week. Bye-bye, guys.